my name's James Nicholson. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about mortgage approvals. They're actually up at the moment, surprisingly. And this is positive if you're selling a home. And I want to talk about in this video just how much they're actually up. Is this going to have an impact on the housing market? And how does this compare to what we've seen for the previous few months this year? We're going to cover all of that and much more in this video. Now, if you're new around here and you haven't done before, do subscribe to the channel over there and hit that bell notification. We're one of the busiest property channels in the UK. We give you all the latest interest rate news, house price news, property investing tips, and much more. And let's get some views on this video. Your part is simple. All you need to do is smash like, tick or like, do something to that like button. That helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I really appreciate everybody that's done that. So, I know what's going to happen. When we talk about this kind of data, there's lots of data sources that we use on this channel, and that's an important part of keeping yourself informed on what's happening. You see, yesterday I made a video. Well, I actually filmed it today. You'll probably recognise I'm in the same clothes. I do actually batch some of these videos together. But the video that you probably saw yesterday was talking about house prices. And so the nationwide data said, look, house prices are actually up a little bit, and that's the sold house price data. But we also get data from Halifax. So Halifax in a couple of weeks will give their data, and they might see a different story because it's their lending book. Now, we also will then get the Office of National Statistics data, and that's important because that's the official data from the land registry. So by looking at that data, we get a real understanding on where things are in the market. And that's the sold data for cash sales and nationwide, and Halifax, and everyone's data's in one place. We also talk about the Rightmove asking price data. For years, everyone said that was irrelevant until it became a bit more negative because it was rising for ages. Now you do get the odd month where that's down. And so data has different timescales as well. An asking price is an immediate thing. We know what the November asking prices are in November. It's quite obvious. The sold price data has a lag. The Office of National Statistics data is the slowest. So that will have a lag. When you've got mortgage approvals up, that doesn't mean sold prices are going to go up right now, because that means the people have got approved for a mortgage and now they can start shopping. But let's be realistic. If you're shopping in November, there's a low probability of completing that sale until 2026. So what is going on with the data? Well, it's actually a 9-month high, which is good because the market's been slow this year. The first quarter wasn't slow. The first quarter, we knew stamp duty was going up. So lots of people were flooding into the market at that time to get deals done to save a fortune on their stamp duty. But in April, the market started to slow down. To give you a comparison, in January, February, March, 500,000 sales were completed. In the next 9 months for the year, we're only expecting 500,000 sales to be completed. So that shows you what a slowdown we've had in the market. So any uplift in mortgage approvals is good. And so how many mortgage approvals have we had this month? It's 65,940. And that is pretty good. And that is 1,000 up. So this is the October data. So we've had 1,000 more mortgage approvals, and that's positive. So what that means is now there's more buyers in the market, and that's what these sellers need, because there's a lot of properties that are listing at the moment and they're not getting viewings. I have 3 very close friends. In fact, I'm recording this on Halloween. In an hour or so, I'm going trick-or-treating with them, and 3 of them have tried to sell their properties and they haven't been able to. It's just not worked out. They haven't had many viewings because there's not enough buyers in the market with mortgage approvals. So the fact that that's creeping up is going to be good for sellers. And so what that means is the market is going to get a little bit more competitive. But the market's still slow. 1,000 people on all the properties that are for sale in the UK is a tiny little number. But what about mortgage lending? Are people like getting decent sized mortgages, or is this all tiny little 100 grand houses? Well, it's actually up on the month as well, 3.2% up the value of the lending, and it was 5.5 billion was lent for the month. That's good. And so that means that, yeah, there's some decent transactions going there. And look, that's good for the government as well. That means they're going to get more stamp duty, doesn't it? Of course they are. They're going to get more stamp duty. Now, these transactions probably might not complete before the budget. And so whatever happens there, whether we get a property tax, which a lot of people think might happen, or whether we get stamp duty to be paid in instalments, it'll be interesting to see what actually happens. Now, the government need money. And so one thing that they need to do is to get this property market moving. So if they did the budget in a few weeks and they said, look, stamp duty is going up again, that would absolutely stop the market and they probably would collect less. In fact, it shows having lower stamp duty really pushed the market in January, February, and March, because people had that deadline that they wanted to get that deal done to save themselves a ton on stamp duty. So mortgage approvals are moving in the right direction. That's good. And there's a few reasons for this. One is rates over the last few weeks have been going down. So I've been talking about that. Since August, they didn't really go down. That was a problem. So August, the Bank of England cut and rates pretty much went up. But now, more recently, they've started to creep down. So more people are quickly getting their applications in and getting approved. That's very good as well. People have had pay rises in that time. So affordability improves with pay rises. House prices have been flat in that time as well. So that's helping as well with affordability. So there's lots of things that have contributed to some people's affordability improving. We've also had companies like April Mortgages. They've had some crazy deals where you can get 6 times your salary. So that helps with people buying bigger properties that they maybe wanted to buy and they wouldn't buy unless they can get that bigger home. You can get all sorts of 40-year mortgages as well to reduce the monthly payments. So this is interesting data that we need to keep an eye on. And so look, if this collapsed to 45,000 or 50,000, we would be confident then to say house prices are going to start tumbling soon because there's a real lack of buyers in the market. If it stays at this level or keeps ticking up slightly, then we know that house prices will probably be fairly steady. If this starts going up to 100,000, we know that house prices are likely to rise. So this is important data to keep a track on, and I'll keep sharing it as and when it comes out. Last thing before you go is we're launching something very special next week. And I want to invite you to join our VIP list. All you need to do is click in the description or click in the first comment and fill your details in. Get on the VIP waiting list. There's no commitment to it, but what you will do is find out all about what we're launching before anybody else and get the opportunity to enroll at the best price. Everyone sells training online for thousands of pounds. This is nothing like that. You know we're very affordable with anything that we've ever sold on the channel. So do get in the VIP list and find out what it's all about. Do smash like, do subscribe, and check out all the other content as well on the channel, including this video right here.